second elimination series of the night or the day, depending on where you're coming from. Fourth seed of Korea
or the
versus
afternoon.
Fourth seed LEC. That's right. Azale, thank you so much. I'm alongside Kobe as well. Hey guys, how do you like spelling gods today?
Darius right off the bat, so there you go. Gonna have to find a different D if you want to. Honestly, Crowny also has had a lot to be desired this tournament, and they're gonna double ban the 2 premier AD carries, so I think it's a good move from BDS here. Take this away from the birthday boy, from Deft, and make them dig a little bit deeper here. Garen, I still feel like, has been so big for Adam, though, and he actually already blind picked it. So these are some of the drafts that can go really weird.
Huh. Oh, Nico first pick getting locked in. They talked about it on the desk. This has been a flex pick for them. It has gone over to jungle. You know, it can go mid lane. You know, they are a very creative team. Instant answer of Lee Sin LeBlanc. This feels like
what year?
Way old. Are we back in like season 6?
What patch are we on, baby? I mean, this is a duo, a mid-jungle duo that's famed for its dueling abilities and its skirmish early on.
You hit the chain, they hit the Sonic Wave.
It has not been present in so long because LeBlanc got targeted with a lot of the static shiv aggro from designers. And it really got hit.
I mean, LeBlanc has been super.
Now
we're just going fully back in time.
Lux?
Dude, we are literally going back in patches, aren't we, guys? I mean, Blitzcrank as well.
Why not?
Right. What are we going to get next?
Timo, lock it in.
Top. BDS are going full aggro. They're going to go for kills everywhere. They've got the LeBlanc Lee Sin dueling mid. They've got the Blitzcrank try and counter the Caitlyn Lux down bottom side. They're going to look for kills everywhere. And you know Adam's going to also pick a crazy matchup in top lane. Right. So this will be action-packed.
This is going to be so exciting right out the gate. And to me, Deft, his most iconic champion, I always think is the Caitlyn. This is what I associate with him.
Video?
I did see the music video. He had to kill Carrier. Why would he do that?
That was tragic.
That was his best friend. How could he?
Oh my goodness.
Now I'm just sad again, but it was a good champion.
Oh, we've already been through enough today. There goes
How could you, Kobe? I already had to watch TL.
I'm sorry.
Come on, bro. You're supposed to be on my side.
I mean, Carrier had to die twice in that. Anyways, back into this one. The Garen is off the table too, so they're really taking shots at Gods here.
Yep.
Fully embracing the music video this time around. Okay, but back to the comps. With these early picks, now there's so much action towards mid, but really it's going to be about how can it bleed towards bottom. Caitlyn Lux, you always have to push up against the tower, harass them under the tower. So honestly, I feel like even top lane picks should be targeted towards this. We have not seen a Gangplank really kind of take over, but people are thinking with the Gangplank plus to the ultimate, that's even another possible way to play towards bottom side. So maybe even something like that comes out. We're going all crazy here.
This is brilliant. We got Darius, Orianna, Garens. We got Dog, and then the Dog Champ, Malphite, getting banned out.
And we've also got the Kai'Sa locked in as well. We're talking about it today. It wasn't as prioritized, wasn't as popular, but this is what got them through in Game 5 against PSG Talon, right? The reverse sweep for BDS.
And I think it makes sense along the lines of the style of composition that you do have. I do like Rumble. If you're playing blind, there's just not a lot that beats Rumble. That's why it's so annoying. It's like, I'm going to go 5th pick, red pick. I'm going to counter pick you. I lock in Rumble.
Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Volley Bear.
Yes.
Yes, it's a top Volley Bear, but still, it is a Volley Bear at Worlds, baby. Volley Bear. I wonder if he goes to AP.
Yeah, Riftmaker build is actually really good.
We'll see what build he goes for here for Adam. I definitely expect it to be the AP version, but I'm so excited. I've been doing nothing but spamming Volley Bear for the last like 4 months. Oh my goodness, Adam, this is another lane priority. Bully lane though. Volley Bear has a massive lane phase here. We'll see it into Rumble though, because that could be a hard one. He'll definitely take some magic resistance shards up there and try and go aggressive early on. This is definitely looking, and Volley Bear is a demigod, okay? So that's technically a god champion.
We'll give it to him. We're making the official ruling.
Yeah, not in name, but in lore. So
it's the gods.
Yeah, the gods.
It was a silent V. You couldn't hear it in the video.
Call back to God V.
Moments away. I'm like, dude, my LPL roots.
Whoa.
It's crazy. I need someone to explain to me. I mean, you guys have hit moments of this. Where would you like to start in this draft? Because we have gone a complete right turn from, I think, what everyone will remember of the meta.
So the Volley Bear that kind of got super famous for topside is AP Volley Bear with lethal tempo, and you can harass them by autoing the wave with your passive. Volley Bear's passive is one of the strongest parts of the kit, and you can constantly go for kill threat on this champion. So I want to see junglers. We've got a Lee Sin, so that works with with AP Volibear top as well. Definitely a lot of options for Sheo.
I mean, there's so many options. You have LeBlanc Lee Sin as your mid-jungle duo. You can go top with an easy setup with the stun from Volibear, and you have Blitzcrank bot lane, right? So there's a lot that could go right for BDS, but there's also a lot that could go wrong, and this could go off the rails quick.
I can't wait for this game to explode. You can hear the Korean crowd coming out for this because not only do they love BDS, thanks to the personality of Adam, but it's also their 4th seed in D+ Kia playing for their life. Legends like Showmaker, Canyon, and of course, Deft on his birthday, the world champion from last year, as I need to remind you, to earn exclusive Worlds drops by watching on lollysports.com.
Get your drops, baby, because this game is going to be hot. I'm really, really curious. Sheo could go for a dive. Volibear top also can set up dives really well. Drop your E and then flash your Q stun onto them. He also perma pushes with the passive.
Yep.
You want to stack up your lethal tempo, get that extra range on him, get that extra attack speed. I'm so excited. And it's with DK having the Caitlyn Lux bottom lane, the hard push here, so let's see it.
And to bring out the Caitlyn on your birthday, though, I think that's another exciting point. I know we're talking about the Volibear top, but just a quick reminder, I mean, we've seen Caitlyn Lux throughout previous Worlds MSIs. We know Game 5, Caitlyn last year on DRX, in the World Championship final. This is what helped get them over the line. It's one of Def's favorites.
Absolutely. And when you're playing against Kai'Sa Blitz, you are going to have free shove. The only way this lane can compete at all is if they can get all ins, right? Otherwise, you're just getting poked down, you're getting pushed in. So Sheo has a lot of ganking options, but he also has a lot of ganking responsibility because he's going to have to help out these lanes. And if they get free shove on bot side, one of the difficulties is that they can then get access into the river, they can deep ward, they can track that jungler. And also, while Volibear, AP Volley is a really strong laner, you know, if you can actually hit the E, like that is the big difference. If you hit the Sky Splitter and you get the shield for yourself and the damage on your opponent, it's so hard to outduel you. But at the same time, this is an Ignite Comet Rumble, which is going to be so difficult to deal with. And with these melee champions, when you get double Harpoon, the slow stacks. So you can kite out with the Scrap Shield, with the double Harpoon, and you can try to really make it difficult for Adam to get value out of this lethal tempo.
And again, just insane to see already the trading coming through. I'm kind of curious about the last Volibear top we've seen. It was apparently at Worlds 2020.
Probably Bwipo?
That was years ago, as how your brain astounds me.
Well, I could be wrong, but that's one of the guys that I really do associate Volley with is Bwipo. You know, he plays it a lot in solo queue, does play it, you know, occasionally was bringing it out in Worlds as well. And you also have to remember, Volley, with that ultimate, turn off the tower, you can set up dives, you can go for those aggressive plays, but look at the Brav. This is the problem. When you get low on Blitz, and he's already used both his potions, now you can't even look for hooks, or you'll just die.
All right, Sheo, with all the options in the world, looking towards Showmaker pushing mid lane here.
Nuke flashes, Shades. Wow, it connects as well onto Showmaker. He's low, Sonic Wave. BDS's play is beautiful.
The LeBlanc Lee Sin, a duo as old as time, finds it again. Really good early flash there from Nuke. Ensures the chain is going to hit. That allows Lee Sin the guaranteed follow-up, and they get first blood.
Yeah, that is massive. And now Sheo trying to move down towards this bot side. You can see Canyon, though, in the river, you know, is going to be trying to ward that off. And I did get confirmation. It was actually Bwipo who played it at Worlds in that year. There were other people, I think one other person that did play it as well, but Bwipo, one of them. So kind of a callback to that, you know, great European top laner, Bwipo, who has been a part of a lot of international success for you.
But again, 3 years, been a while. Adam so far on that top side, getting pushed in a little bit here against Kana. So that Ignite Rumble still pouncing in that matchup once that level 1 is passed and done and dusted. And therefore the lanes, apart from the mid lane after the gank we saw, are doing pretty well for DK, as you'd expect.
Adam going with the E-Max first on the Volibear, uses his teleport to get back to lane with the Boots Crystal by here. And I want to see Sheo remain active on the map, go for a flash kill. When Volibear has flash, he's very, very dangerous. You have to be so respectful as Rumble. If he puts the Sky Splitter, the E, on you, then you have to worry, is he going to Q flash on me? Because if Lee Sin follows that, it's a huge, huge burst of damage. And they're at the tower. Sheo's currently on his Krugs, and they do have a ward towards that Tri-Bush. So maybe we'll look towards bottom side as Crowny's having a difficult time here, dodging all the harassment from the Caitlyn Lux.
I mean, it's just so brutal, right? Because you're basically 1v2 in this lane as Crowny. You know, your Blitz, if he can't hit a hook, he's not adding any presence, right? He steps forward, he gets poked. You're just giving them Spell Thief stacks, which is that really tough part. Showmaker, though, getting a pretty nice setup there as Adam Does have the Sky Splitter coming down, but this is what I'm talking about. Kana's just trying to space him, and he hits the double harpoon, and now you're slowed, and you're in trouble, potentially.
And with a Flame Spitter as well, that's a bit of burst, or at least a bit of slow burn, I should say. And Kana as well, look at the wave state, guys, just rolling slowly into him.
All right, I guess we're going to take another look at this. We saw the whole thing on screen, though, so we don't really have to go over exactly how they pulled it off, because, you know, it's double flashes burn there. It does mean that Showmaker is now, for the next few minutes, going to be very vulnerable. Doesn't have his own flash, but looks like we're going to get a little party in bottom side that's seen by a ward.
Yeah, I mean, Kana, you know, hadn't even based yet. They need to get this reset for Adam because he's getting chunked down and the Ignite is still available. So that's why it's the roam squad up here from BDS. But Kana's trying to thin out the wave enough to potentially hold it. Doesn't elect to, as he's obviously going to need to take a base here pretty soon himself. But nice move from BDS. You know, in these difficult matchups, you do need help resetting those waves, getting bailed out.
We can hit an E from
Oh, there you go. The Stormbringer down as well. Let's remember what this God can do, but he's burning. Kana takes him down, and gods can bleed.
Oh, it's a God to Kana as he flashes away with the Ignite there. That last tick, I thought he had lost because he overheated before getting the Equalizer down. He mismanaged the heat slightly, but the overheat auto attacks did so much damage, and Adam couldn't take him down.
Turns out Kana's a non-believer, and he burns Adam to the ground. All right, there we go. Shao's at it again. No, more action.
Maybe going to come into use here. Hooked out with the minion in the way. And the turnabout hurts so much. He flashes out, but Canyon is on the warpath. He's got flash himself, but no ulti. Q, flash, heal, movement speed.
Oh.
Canyon, what are you doing?
That wasn't even close.
I mean, if you feel it, take it.
No, don't do that.
That was his end.
Flash is very important for Vi ganks. Okay, anyways, quite a roller coaster we are in here, boys. Quite a roller coaster. I mean, you can get more range if you actually do the flash first and then do a full Q, but then it's easier to react to. So, yeah, they definitely should have let him go on that one. But look how close this is. Kana's going to be able to burn him down with the last little bits of the Flame Spitter, but Adam gets everything. You cast her E from the brush so they can't react to it, but then, yeah, Burn still finishes him off. Kana, nicely done by him.
I guess that's what Ignite Rumble can do, Top, as well, you know, to cast our mind back on the last series. A lot of kill threat, and we're already seeing the lane go so well up there for Kana too. Look at that. First blood comes through. There's the blasting wand as well. CS lead. This Volibear top hasn't had the best start to the game.
No, it hasn't. But we'll see what Adam can get done because he's one of those guys who's so good at getting out on the map, on making things happen. It's kind of funny, though, because when he plays TP, he tends to just roam a lot less. You know, when he is playing Ignite, when he is playing those styles, I feel like maybe he feels the kind of importance of, I got to get to my team. I can't just be sitting in sides. So I want to see, you know, is he just going to stick more in lane? Is he going to be moving around the map, trying to make things happen with the squad? Because it is Canyon starting up that Herald on top side. I think they're aware of it. So Shao hunting down around bot, but there's not going to be any angle for a dive, so it will likely just be a red buff, potentially Dragon after.
Starting that now, at least there is some trade of some sort. I mean, I think Shao in the previous game, we remember, up against Mad Lions, had no impact whatsoever. So the fact that this early game gank came through mid, he was able to do something, is at least a better start. However, Canyon on the top side is going to get the Herald, get a steal of his own, and DK remain 1K up here in this early game.
I just feel so bad for Adam. I'm a huge Volibear enjoyer, and he wanted that second W. There's massive missing health healing on the second W. Another reason why the Ignite is so powerful here in the matchup. Man. All right, but now he's going to have a difficult time here. Kana constantly going to push him under tower and harass him, and the turret plates are even getting whittled down here. So Canyon counter jungling the Krugs away ensures that Kana knows he's got the extra power up here, freely push away, increase that gold lead.
I mean, Rumble is strong at most levels, honestly, in lane, but the difficult part is it gets worse up towards level 9 because once he gets the max on Flame Spitter, basically in these melee versus melee matchups against Rumble, all that happens is he gets free push, and every single time you're trying to farm one of those range minions at your tower, he is just on hold position with his Q up, he's spamming out harpoons, so you either just have to give up that farm or you get chunked down too low and then you have to base, so it's kind of a lose-lose, and from this spot, he's probably going to need a lot of help from Shao to try to turn something around.
As
Lavrov in trouble, tries the Hex Flash over, does get over to his credit, but
Nicely done.
Kellen almost catching him out.
that's exactly the reasons why I was hoping that Sheo would get there earlier, because now, honestly, it's almost past the time where you can actually do that. If you call for your jungle early on and you play off the kill pressure of the flashes with the stun setup, then you can try and snowball it in your favor. But it's really difficult to try and play from the back foot because then Rumble, with access to ultimate, can look for double kills and everything. So looks like we are going to get the Herald charge down here on the low health turret, and this thing, Labrov's going to go for a Hex play.
Or not.
I mean, that's 4 plates here at 10 minutes in. Deft and Kellen doing work, farming it up down on that bot side. So I want to know, as the Volibear enjoyer here yourself, Kobe, from this spot, you're already behind. You know, yes, I know you know to play jungle, not top. Do you go tank, or do you still think you're going in towards AP? Yeah, that's how I feel.
I think that he's still going to go
AP.
Well, he does have a Kindle gem here, so that should be an Iceborne Gauntlet. So I think he'll go Iceborne Gauntlet.
Canyon might be caught out, cease and desist, but they turn it around. Canyon's still alive, kicked away. Trying to be finished off by Sheo. It's a trade, but look at his health bar. Def going forward. He's got some of that birthday magic. Sheo manages to make way, but Crowny already burning the flash. He's out too. It's DK with the pick in front of the Dragon. It's a trade in the long-standing end.
It is a trade, but they force off multiple flashes after that. They push them out of the river. They have control of this bot side when they do want to go for it. And with that overheat, Rumble actually does real damage to those towers. So it gets a bit of a chip. But remember, that is the TP advantage that Adam does have. He's down 2 levels currently. Should hit 9 pretty soon. So now just down that 1 level, but it is still an entire level. And we can go back to this fight on bot side.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal for him. But here it is, another look at it. Canyon with the ultimate onto Lavrov, and they get the early kill. Trying to answer back as they're burning down, though. Really, really good job by DK, pushing up through the river, establishing their control, making use of this Caitlyn Lux, whereas, you know, BDS in Champ Select, they're trying to put all these crazy matchups in their solo lanes to try and play off of expected constant pushing on bottom side. Looks like DK get their full value.
And I will say, at least from the back of that replay, Crowny is the one to pick up the kill on that Kai'Sa. So even though you're getting what you expect out of Deft on this Caitlyn, at least this Kai'Sa's able to catch up a bit and get enough gold for the Umbral.
And he's going for that bursty, the lethality build for the Kai'Sa, so you kind of have those Q bombs. It is something that does spike early. It's not going to, you know, it's not great for killing tanks, but there are no tanks in this game, so I actually like it. You know, it's the bursty Kai'Sa build. It does get a little bit of flack, but that's usually when there are tanks in the game, and Canyon's going to be the only kind of tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically 5 relatively squishy. Yeah, you can say, there's a little bit HP on Canyon, and it's going to be Demonic Rush for Kana, so there's a little bit HP there, but there's not armor that's going to be stacked by any means, so the lethality build, I think, is great. But you have to play this build really aggressively. You have to get in the backline, find those isolated Qs. That's where you can really dominate. Kellen, potential.
Oh, going somewhere else. Okay, Lavrov at least trying, but zoning them out as the Dragon goes down. BDS open up this game 1 with 1, but how comes the fight? All in from Canyon, starts it off, but Showmaker! Once more he pops, he blossoms, he makes them scream.
Showmaker, playmaker. He's gutting off in this game. He's playing such a good start to this one. Already great TP there, you know, was doing well in the 1v1 in mid lane, and people really want to see Showmaker kind of return to form. He had a bit of a down year.
Yeah.
You know, hadn't been playing at that top level, and then they had a really tough draw throughout the Swiss stage so far. So getting him that confidence, I think, really is what he needs to get back to the level we all know he can be at.
Yeah, and even in their last game here at Worlds, like his Azir was the one part where I was like, you know, Showmaker's trying really, really hard here.
He was good.
Even though they got the loss, he was still good. I'd say more recently, people are looking at Kellen as the imposter on this D+ squad. So yeah. I'm happy personally for Kellen, you know, playing with obviously the very famous Deft Caitlyn here, but Kellen on the Lux being the counterpart to that. And having a good opening start where this is back-to-back plays where it's the Caitlyn Lux pushing bottom lane up into the river that makes the start of the play here for D+ a possibility. I'm pretty happy for him because he was definitely catching a lot of flack. And it's everybody knows about Deft's Caitlyn already. They made a movie about it.
There you go. But Kellen hit the binding to set it up on Blitz, then hit a binding on Crowny, forced out the cleanse, and then there's just no way out for Crowny, obviously. And you can see in the MasterCard lane economy snapshot, it is all blue, and blue is DK. 41 gold. Not a big lead for Showmaker, but he'll still take it.
But hey, overall, 3K gold lead. I mean, DK have come out of the laning phase exactly how you want with the Caitlyn composition, but more importantly, how DK want to play. I feel like Again, talking about Showmaker, talking about these individual parts working well. When you have 3 world champions in the roster, you want this team to come together when it matters most. And here in the elimination match, they've done that as Nuke with the 1v1. Might go double chain here onto Showmaker, but he doesn't have enough damage yet.
Yeah, not quite. He is going for that AP style, so it is Ludens. If that W hit, maybe could have been a bit of an angle, but Kellen, I'll stop on my point.
Light Binding doesn't connect, but LeBron does. There's the equalizer though. Look at the zone as Def picks up the kill. Light flies across as the volley bear is out of contention. Look at Def running in, just free firing. A double for Canna. He's burnt them to a crisp. Europe, you're on fire.
Oh, BDS sent everything just to kill Kellen, just to kill the support Lux. That's going to be a Herald. That's going to be some mid push. That's going to be some top push. D+, massive, massive lead here.
And that's going to be a 4v5 because Showmaker was bot lane the entire time. They commit so much to killing Kellen. Adam flashes over the wall before he even finishes him off, and then Crowny says, well, someone's got to do it. He goes in, gets bound up though, and DK lose their support in a 4v5 for 5 kills.
Deft on his world skin, trying to start a Worlds run this year similarly to how they started it last year, having to run the gauntlet, starting out 0-2 on his birthday. And this looks like a pretty good start to me.
No kidding. And it's been really interesting because DK obviously had a really tough draw. So you can kind of, forgive their position, in the tournament thus far.
Yeah.
But this is one of the teams that a lot of analysts I was talking to were really excited about. Everyone was talking about, okay, yeah, it's JDG, it's Shenji, it's LNG. But then people were saying Dark Horse to win the tournament. Maybe DK could do it because we have seen such incredible levels from these players when they're at their highest highs with the hook.
Let's pause though. BDS not out of the woods yet. Sonic Wave to find a big wave. They were trying to give the kill. It's a shutdown.
They were trying to give the kill to Crowny, but they let their support die. It's not worth it.
It's really not. I mean, gold over, but look at mid, look at top side. 2 deaths, 2 Caitlyn's. What?
I mean, Kana has been absolutely roasting BDS this entire game. In the isolated top lane, coming down to the river fight. Deft constantly pushing, never lets up the pressure. They've got mid and top side pushing, but Nuke!
They're all on in. BDS need a pick. They find another one. That's the second shutdown for Crowny. I think this is a big deal.
He just got paid. He's still 700 behind Deft, but he just got so much gold. He's way out ahead of everyone else on his team. The lone hope right now is going to be Crowny.
But look at these towers. D+ have absolutely annihilated BDS towers.
Sure.
2 off the top side, 2 off the mid lane, 1 off the bottom side. Here's another look at it. BDS have 4 members down here to take Kana, and Kana says, I'm good for 1. Takes down Lebrov as he dies. But then Nuke says, all right, time to make a play here. Goes in again for one of these chain plays. This is an extendo chain, just barely is able to clip.
A what? An extendo chain.
Yeah, extendo chain. Pretty long there. Does not break at the very edge of it. BDS though, objective bounty shut down.
I mean, they're still way down, but they got 2 objective bounties. They got the one off the bot lane tier 1. They got the one off the dragon. They got 2 massive bounties on a Crowny as well.
Yep.
So he does have his 2 items. Yes, they're cheaper items than Deft. Yes, he's still behind in gold, but there's at least a little bit of hope, right? There's someone to play around now because that's what BDS didn't really have until these last couple minutes. You're kind of hoping that you can find those isolated picks, that you can really burst someone down quickly and then maybe alleviate some of the issues that you have.
Hey, you're looking for some hopium, then you want more fireworks. More burst kills, more picks, and more dragons. BDS, even though they're so far behind in gold, being able to pick that one up, get an objective bounty shut down, as well as dragon number 2, and a brush play. Here we go.
I mean, Kana has no flash. They know this great time from BDS. They full commit. Silence if it's time being equalized down, but Crowny gets it again. Is that Cash Money going to stay with him, though, as Canyon launches on in, and Showmaker returns just when you want to say, go EU. You're back to praising D+ Kia.
The 4-man Pop Blossom Showmaker again with the TPs is killing BDS in this first game.
I'll tell you one thing, the crowd loves BDS, but they love DK more. This early game, this gold lead has expanded 7,000, moving now. Another turret going down just when you give hope to BDS. DK come right back in.
Birthday boy Deft is going to clean up the rift here. Another tower down. That's 6 in favor of Dominant. While Kana is dead here, at what cost? Because the rest of DK are coming down, and really it turns when Showmaker gets in there.
Oh my God.
Oh, Pop Blossom indeed. All of BDS are going pop here. Canyon got in there to start it out, but Showmaker knocks them all down. And then Deft comes over to clean up the towers.
It's just beautiful stuff. And DK were already on the way down towards that bot side. You know, if you take a look at the mini-map, it's all about these wards on the bottom side. Everywhere in that area is completely lit up. You know, and they were heading down already to support this play that they were expecting to happen on Kana.
Because they know. D-Plus are looking at this comp from BDS and like, this does one thing. This literally does one thing. Yeah. It picks people, it bursts down people. So even if someone gets picked, that's okay because now the rest of the team can go clean them up, and DK do just that. All right, with objective bounties up here, BDS have to stay with the same game plan because, again, yeah, it only does one thing, but maybe they can do it well. That's their hope. Try and pick somebody off and get more objective bounty shutdowns.
I mean, I like the optimism. I believe in Labrov being a standout member so far. His Deft is taking damage to Nuke, so there is also that. But how much copium is there right now for BDS? Again, 2 items, moving on to 3 for the majority of D+. It's a big, big jungle for them right now, and they own the majority.
Yeah, it's really terrifying. I mean, they're losing full control of their own jungle, and this is where it gets so hard. You're going to have Adam step up for that vision control, but like, look at the damage onto Adam. Look at the damage onto Nuke. You expose yourself for a second, and now they're just going to start the Baron because they got such big chunks.
Rob trying to walk on into Fog of War, but look who's waiting. It's Showmaker again, phoning out that he is somebody else, but that ain't Canyon. The burst onto Adam is there as well from over the wall. BDS walking into what could be their demise at 4K, going down to 3. Showmaker waits in without summoners as Nuke's coming in. Everfrost not connecting. This mid laner caught out, destroyed. Canyon gets the kill, and they move off Baron easily as they look for even more onto Labrov.
That's so good from D+. They pull off the Baron. They collect their kills.
He's absolutely dead. Canyon with another. I mean, seeing Showmaker and Canyon both work so well hand in hand, it's giving me old school vibes.
They're playing it really well. Kellen, even with the binding predict on Nuke as he W'd back to the distortion clone, was able to land that, get the kill. They got the earlier chunk, and now this Baron should be pretty much guaranteed. Sheo is going to try to get over there, but he's spotted, and he knows it. It'll be impossible for him to fight through Kana.
Yuck. Crowd is just getting taken down with a couple of autos. Kana overheats, and there's the Baron, a 10K gold lead, and the beginning of something special here in game 1 by D+.
All right, quick huddle up. BDS, let's ban Rumble next time.
Okay, what else?
For sure. That's what we're going to start with.
Okay.
Nuke goes right in, though. He tries to juke a little bit, but D+, happy to turn off of the Baron and burst him down. Then follow up here onto Labrov. You mentioned already the binding. At this point, D+ pathway to the Nexus is pretty clear with the Baron buff, with the Dragon about to arrive. They can pick that one up and then march on forward. They've already dealt with all of the outer turrets here. They can just go straight up to inhibitors.
Guys, just come in here. Just
huddle up.
Okay.
Hey, you've got to give them more win conditions, right? What else? Like, what else are we banning away? Surely there's more.
We're banning Deft.
If we lie, then everyone will know.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We can at least be truthful that the early game had some optimism for BDS. Through mid, right? That was a great game. Everything landed. But then every other lane is melting. Top melted, bot was melting. It's like putting a grilled cheese in the microwave, but you've also got something on the stove. You got to put the dishwasher on. What do?
Well, apparently you lose the game is what happens.
Sounds like you're bad at cooking. I don't know.
Can't multitask. Well, it's rough to be in the kitchen at this point for BDS, but hopefully they can regain ground moving into game number 2, because right now with the Baron buff, look at the base just disintegrate at 23 minutes.
You know what the most tragic part about this is? I'm not going to get any more Volibear games at Worlds, probably.
Maybe. Let's see if DK pull it out next game as BDS with a chance through mid, but the light binding again comes from downtown, from Kellen, from inside their own base. BDS running away. Kobe's upset because the Bear's getting chased down, ready to get mounted on a wall as DK look for another. It's Deft's birthday punch. He's picked up a triple. Surely this man deserves a penta today.
Happy birthday to Deft. He gets a dominating game 1 as the beginning of his present. They crush through BDS. Really impressive performance here to start off the best of 3.
I mean, it's so dominant, isn't it? 24 minutes in. DK with an insurmountable gold lead with everything you could ask for. The LCK's 4th seed didn't come around here to muck around. BDS don't know what hit them. And Korea can feel the presence of these once legends.
It was a fun draft, but the only problem here for BDS is that at the beginning of the game, every single lane is saying, please gank now.
Yeah.
Sheo, where are you? Please gank now. I need gank. Need gank now. We've got a blitz bottom lane. We have a LeBlanc mid and a Volibear top. You can't gank everything at once.
No, it's too hard to ask for, but ladies and gentlemen, it's only game one. There's always a chance of being